आयहु हर रस कर्मी पाइया सतगुर मिलाई जिस आए. The essence, name of the Lord, His love, is obtained by good luck, good deeds, when the true Guru, the true Master, meets and tells you to recite the name of God. Pranam Acharya ji, can you please help me understand what does luck mean and what role it has in our life? Again from Abhilash. Abhilash, the use of the word luck merely means something that is beyond the usual cause and effect chain. When you do something and you get something as a result of your doing, you do not call it luck, do you? Then you claim ownership and therefore there is ego. The ego loves the cause-effect paradigm. The ego says the effort is preceded by a cause. So if I can cause something to happen, I'll get the desired result. I can cause the effect, says the ego. Luck or grace, or as some people may want to call it, randomness, lie outside the cause-effect framework. Therefore, the word has been used here. The ego will not get it using its doership. That which a thing brings cannot be of a quality dimensionally superior to the thing itself. Please understand this. The effect cannot be dimensionally beyond the cause. Which is to say that the fruit of the action cannot be dimensionally superior to the action. Which is to say that the fruit of the action is actually just the quality of the actor. The result is dimensionally the same as the action, and the action is dimensionally the same as the actor. Therefore, the result is in the same dimension as the actor. But the ego does not want to believe that. The ego wants to rather believe that all the possible dimensions are contained in its one little dimension. So it keeps hoping its entire little life that it will be able to obtain something of the beyond while just remaining itself. It feels that it can continue to remain in its own lowly dimension, and yet through its actions and cleverness and manipulation obtain something of the beyond. That's the false hope of the ego. But the ego does not see it as false. The ego says, I can remain earthly, but through my clever tricks, I can attain the sky. The ego does not want to leave the earth. It is scared and attached. But it also has a longing for the sky. It is stuck. It says, I would remain on earth, but I'll devise a trick whereby I can also have the sky. That is not going to happen. Now you see why the word luck is used. Your actions, your cleverness, your plans, your manipulations will all fail in getting the desired result because that which you truly desire is beyond you. Whereas your actions and your plans and thoughts would always be just like you. Are you getting it? You want to get him through your actions, but your actions are just like you. And what is it that you want? A beyondness from yourself. You want to go beyond yourself, being yourself. That won't happen. How does it happen then? Who knows? Let's call it luck. It's very difficult for the ego to submit to this statement. How does it really happen? Neither do I know, nor can I ever know. It is not merely unknown, it is unknowable. The ego does not want to accept that. So it continues with its blind efforts, gets tired, and expires. And expiry does not mean liberation. For the ego, the expiry merely means rebirth. Rebirth not in the sense of assuming another body. Rebirth in the sense of just coming back as another type of ego. Ego in another name. Old wine in new bottle. That's what rebirth is all about. Rebirth is not about the Atma being in a new bottle. People often say that this is the ghat, the bottle. And the Atma moves from bottle to bottle. No. The Atma doesn't move from anywhere to anywhere. It is achal. It is immovable. Rebirth is that rotten old wine in an apparently new bottle. And then another cycle of effortfulness starts. The ego again says, I will cause the effect. What is the effect that it wants? Liberation. What is the effect that it wants? God. But how does it want to have that effect? It doesn't want to surrender to that effect. It wants to cause that effect. In other words, the ego wants to cause God, whereas God is the one who is utterly uncaused, unborn. The ego, in wanting to attain liberation, is in a sense wanting to give birth to God. If you can cause something, you are its father, aren't you? If the ego can cause liberation, then the ego becomes the father of liberation. Such is the ego of ego. Such is so deep is the egoistic darkness. It wants to cause liberation. It wants to cause godliness. Can it be caused? No, it just happens, and therefore it is referred to as luck.